So I found him. Here he comes. Let's go for a hoon, and we'll go talk about this soon. And here we are, we've finally got the Hyosung Midas Gold 3-valve. Can you believe that? It's got 3 valves. It's got, there's Tony over there who owns the bike. It's got more valves than my Wave. You can buy a 4-valve head for my Wave, but why? Hyosung brought out a 3-valve standard, so I wonder if there's 2 inlet and 1 exhaust. Must be 2 inlet and 1 exhaust. Anyway, we've got a disc brake set up, so stock disc brake on the front there. And one thing that kind of looked off to me, not wrong, just like not what I'm used to on these Underbone bikes, is the wheel size. It's cool that it's got stock alloys, but I did notice that they were slightly different, and sure enough, 16s. So I think that's running a 275 by 16 on the front and the rear, and yep, 275 by 16. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and the stock alloys even have the Hyosung logo in the side there. If we look through at the head there, there's the airbox up the top, right underneath the front guard. It's got a wonderful front rack, which is actually feels pretty solid, and like if you push down on it, it's not bending, which is a pretty common thing. But the whole Midas name is weird for Kiwis, because that's like a exhaust shop or like a oil change car mechanic place. We'll jump on to the controls. So we've got the low and high beam switch here. You've got your turn signals, which you just flip back to the middle instead of pushing in to cancel like you do on the Wave. Horn, you've got a choke here, which is pretty cool to have an actual choke, obviously carbureted. The speedo setup, I actually really like this. So, you know, you've got 0 through to 110, 120. I'm not sure what the top speed is. And then your gear position as well, neutral, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you turn the key on, you've got the neutral light that turns on there, which is cool. And you've got lights on and off, and your electric start. So let's go around. We've got our 3-valve Hyosung side cover, which is bloody cool. We've also got a cool feature that kind of seems to me has been adapted from the old Honda Dreams that used to have this, a single and double seat kind of changer or adapter on the shock. So if you look at the physical orientation of this, when you change it to single, it brings that whole thing down, and when you change it to double, it pushes it up and I guess puts it under more tension, so the spring's up inside here. So it's supposedly for a better ride if you've got 2 people on the back. However, this thing's got a top box in place of the factory pillion seat, which you can get a factory pillion seat. We were just discussing you might as well unbolt this rack, flip it around so that's at the back, and you've got a grab rail, and then just get something made for the top there. A chain guard, which is actually plastic, which is interesting. My chain guard on the Wave, which I don't run anymore, is alloy, and not alloy, it's just metal in general. Tire pressure inflation chart on the side here, solar riding, dual riding, and standard tire size. So they reckon you should have a 70-100 and an 80-100 16 on the front and in the rear, but they're actually quite hard to find here in New Zealand. Bulb lighting all around, as you can imagine. A nice boxy swing arm as well that is quite similar to a Honda Wave. The exhaust here, Hyosung FX110. Do not modify this exhaust system. It is designed to give maximum performance without excessive noise, which is true. You know, they probably spent hundreds of thousands on development of this product, if not more, and they generally try to give the maximum power possible, as efficient as possible, without making much noise. So why would you second guess that? A thing here was interesting to me, 950 ml of oil. My Wave takes about 700 to 750 to 800 mils of oil, depending on the day. And yeah, it just looks good. If we look at it here, you know, it's just an underbone shape that's quite nice, quite enjoyable to look at. And yeah, there's a lot to say about it. I like it. I'm going to take it for a little blat, and I'll tell you how I think at the end, what I think about riding it once I'm finished. And apart from that, I hope you've enjoyed this episode about the Hyosung FX110 Midas Gold edition. One thing that's interesting is that Hyosung don't exist in the foreign market anymore. They've just limited themselves to South Korea now. They are a South Korean brand. and they do make some cool things. But yeah, you can no longer get any of these models brand new in any Western countries, I believe. However, someone can fact check me in the comments if they like. That's about it. Let's go take it for a ride. It's just going. Well, this definitely feels like my old Honda Wave 100. Sweet. On my bike. No hands! Bob, look! Yeah, so it rides well. For a 22-year-old bike, it's 2000, the year 2000 this came out. Before the world changed dramatically to what it is today. And it's real stable. I like it. I've got no complaints about the Hyosung FX110. Whee! Change from fourth to neutral. I can definitely feel the effect of the third valve. It goes hard. It's nice, mate. I like it. An Underbone friend. Yeah, that's sweet. Just leans over, mate, way more than you think. Well, it's a nice bike, Tony. It's not bad. You just got to give it a little bit of stick. But that's a nice bike. Well bought, and only cost you $1,000.
Yep, yeah, $1,000. Yeah,
can't complain.
Yeah.
Sweet, man. We'll end the video there. Thank you so much.
Cheers, mate.
Awesome.
요즘 효성 마이다스 사신 분들 자다가도 웃는다는데 힘 좋죠? 디자인 멋지죠?
운전 편리하죠?
꿈만 꾸면 돼지가 우글우글해. 꿈의 성형 모터사이클 효성 마이다스.